The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Local sports now.
It's the 302 Sports Friday night downstate game of the week. Welcome to Delaware's premier high school football pregame show, brought to you by Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. Now let's go live to your host of the Sodell Concepts pregame show, Benny Mitchell.
Local sports.
Hello, everybody. Benny Mitchell here alongside Scott Kammerer, and welcome to the downstate game of the week on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Here we are, Week 10. The Delmar Wildcats are the Class 2A team, and they enter this game with a 4-5 record. But they finished 3-3 in District 3, so they've earned a spot to the upcoming 2A state tournament. The Laurel Bulldogs are 9-0 in Class Single A. They're the District 2 champion for the second straight season. Their last loss, Scott, was in Week 10 of last year to Delmar, 24-21. I know it's cliche, but tonight you can throw out the records. These two schools are 7 miles apart. It's a rivalry, and with tonight's weather and possible late, with the wind, anything can happen. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Scott. And, Scott, tonight we have a cross-class championship, or a matchup with Class 2A Delmar. They make the 7-mile trip up Route 13 to take on number 1 ranked Class A Laurel, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say happy birthday.
Thank you. It's a big 5-0 for me. I appreciate it. What else will I be doing on my birthday?
That's right.
So, looking at the game tonight, Laurel has a squad. And if you want to look at a blueprint for what a small-town Delaware football program should be, it's Laurel. They have the youth program firing on all cylinders. They're all the way up the line. They have good coaching. They have players that are committed. They have good off-season programs. So they're doing everything right. So you look at Laurel and say, they're 9-0. They're undefeated going back to Week 10 last week. It's a byproduct of doing everything right. Got here an hour before the game, and there was no parking, Benny. There was no parking, and AC/DC was blasting on the speakers. So I knew we were coming into a game. And as far as Delmar goes, Delmar needs to play. They need to step up and play with emotion. We did them earlier in the season, and they have some excellent players. They have some really good running backs, and they need to stay focused and do what they could do. So I think for Delmar to pull off really what you would consider an upset tonight, they need to play over their heads, and Laurel just needs to do what Laurel does.
One of the legends of Delaware High School football, Dave Hearn, leads the Wildcats with 237 career wins, the most among coaches here in downstate Delaware. They come into tonight's game having played solid defense all season, and then last week Lake Forest hangs 49 on them. How do they respond tonight? Quarterback Gavin Powell runs the Wildcat option offense, and while he hasn't thrown much this year, he has been effective when he has. Brandon Turner, he's my unsung hero of this team. He isn't a spotlight guy, but he's at fullback and the linebacker. He's the heartbeat of this team. Jalen Johnson and Taki Hugi, they're slash and dash for the Wildcats, and they can get the offense going.
Yeah, and really the concern for Delmar is, can they stop the high-powered offense, the running offense of Laurel? And for that, Brandon Turner's really got to come up big today. I think Jalen Johnson and Taiki Hugi are an excellent combination. They're a slash and dash. They're a lightning and thunder. They're going to get yards for you. But at the end of the day, can the Delmar defense step up and contain the Laurel offense, which is no easy task. They got playmakers all over the field, and they're going to make things happen. So Brandon Turner needs to have a really big game tonight for that to happen.
Laurel head coach Joey Jones, he's accomplished a lot here in his time at Laurel. He's won 2 district championships. He's been named district and state coach of the year. He won the Class A state championship last year. What he hasn't done is beat Dave Hearn and the Delmar Wildcats. Where Delmar has slash and dash, Laurel has ground and pound. They have scored 405 points this year, and I'll say it's not been in a very exciting way, but they just move the ball down the field and put it in the end zone. The Bulldogs, they run that veer-like option. They can move the ball down the field, or they can strike quick. Defensively, though, linebacker Evan Collins, 61 tackles, 12 for a loss, and Royce Scotton, 68 tackles, 24 loss. They lead a stingy defense that's allowed just 5 points per game, Scott. That's less than a touchdown a game.
Yeah, and if Joey Jones is going to beat Dave Hearn, it's going to be tonight.
Right.
Tonight would be the night to do it. He's got an all-star lineup across the board. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Delmar's coming in a little bit banged up. They're not having the best season ever, so tonight really is the night. And you'll really see if Delmar has that magic, that small-town magic, that Wildcat magic that could really put it on them. One of the things that really impressed me on tape about Laurel is the stoutness of their line, their offensive defensive line. They are stingy is the right word. And when you're only allowing 5 points per game and you have 3 or 4 running backs that could break long ones, you're going to win a lot of games. So that's really what we're seeing here today. And I'm most impressed, and I've said it before, I'm most impressed top to bottom with the whole Laurel program. They do things right, and this is what you get when you do things right across the whole board. You get a 9-0 season.
And it's the Delmar band you see on the field. Scott, Delmar playing a little hide and seek. The Cats aren't here yet. They're warming up back home, and they're gonna show up a kickoff.
If they just roll right on the field and start playing, that would be awesome.
That's right.
I would love to see that.
We're going to take our first commercial break of the Citadel Concept pregame here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. We'll be right back, folks, with the Arenas Deli players to watch of tonight's game.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Citadel Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Citadel Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Citadel Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Citadel Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
And welcome back to Laurel. It's time for tonight's Arenas Deli's players to watch. Arenas Deli's 6 locations. The original location downtown Rehoboth Beach, Arenas Cafe on Highway 1 Rehoboth. In Lewis at the Village of 5 Points, at the airport in Georgetown, Milford, and the new Arenas Pub on Highway 1 in Lewis. So we'll start with the Delmar Wildcats. And now the first guy we're going to talk about is number 82, Ryder Kydell, sophomore, tight end linebacker, also a pretty good baseball player. But we saw him against Woodbridge. This kid is a sophomore. Man, he's a big-time player.
Yeah, we were super impressed with Ryder Kydell in the games that we saw. And I was shocked to hear that he was a sophomore. He was one of those kids where we're like, man, this kid could play ball. So he's got real sticky hands. He makes good plays. He plays hard. He's got good size. And he's a kid. He passes the eye test. He just looks like a ball player. So we're hoping that Delmar can really get the ball to him tonight, get the ball in their playmakers' hands, look for some skinny post down the middle, and maybe do like some quick outs and get him the ball in space so he can make plays.
And then we'll look at number 1, Takai Hugi, the junior running back, defensive back. This kid, he can get up and down the field, and he can play coverage too. He is a big-time player also for Delmar. Probably won't see a lot of passing tonight unless they force Laurel to pass.
Yeah, and you could do that. He caught a lot of balls coming out of the backfield. He's a spark plug, and he can make things happen. We were real impressed with him. He could run you over, and he can run around you, right. Whatever he needed to do. So he's definitely somebody that Delmar really needs to rely on. If they could get these 3 guys going, they're going to do good things tonight.
And the last one we're going to talk about is number 9, Jalen Johnson, the senior running back, defensive back. Last time we saw him up at Woodbridge, what a game. He had a couple touchdowns in that game. And, he's the guy that got them going.
Yeah, and he's a slasher, and The one thing that most impressed me about him is he was running full speed when he got the handoff. So many guys that stutter step, they take a look, they're not sure where they're going. He's got the ball and hits the hole, and he's off to the races. So he's a guy that can break a long run. He can change the game in an instant, and he really needs to start running downhill and make things happen for Delmar to really be in this game. And I love that they're not here yet. They're just going to roll in warmed up and roll onto the field, and I hope he's stretched out and ready to go.
That's right. And let's talk about the Laurel Bulldogs, and we're going to start with number 22, Xavier Limehouse. He's a wing-back linebacker. He's a junior, two-way starter, good speed, tenacious, and he makes big plays, Scott, at big times.
Yeah, and Coach said he is a quiet guy. He does what he needs to do. He shows up at practice. He works hard. He's an excellent wrestler, and he actually can break some stuff off if he has to. But he is a tough kid, and that's a kid that you want on your side. Xavier Limehouse, looking forward to seeing him play tonight.
And this offense will go through this guy. Number 2, Kylese Wilson, running back linebacker, senior, 94 carries, 1,010 yards, 16 touchdowns rushing, 1 touchdown receiving, 3 kick returns for TDs, 20 total touchdowns this season, Scott.
Yeah, and Wilson, I had to run those numbers again. 94 carries, 1,010 yards. I mean, if he's averaging 10 yards a carry, that's pretty good. So we watched him on tape, and he's got some stutter steps. He can move laterally side to side. He runs hard. So we're looking forward to seeing him play tonight too.
I was talking to Coach Joey Jones after the homecoming game against Odessa, and he had already scored a couple touchdowns. Limehouse had done a lot of blocking for him. They were starting to pull players, and he said, Coach, I want to stay in the game and block for Xavier. Let's get Xavier in the end zone. That's the kind of player he is. And they'll talk about their quarterback, number 6, Caden Shockley, quarterback, defensive back. He's a senior, built like a fullback. 57 carries, 581 yards this year, 7 rushing touchdowns. Doesn't throw much, but he's effective. 11 for 20 for 415 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, we were watching him, and Caden Shockley, to me, looks like a Power 5 strong safety, not a high school quarterback. And, the other thing is his quiet confidence, I think, is a big help on the program. You start having an undefeated season this late, and you got to have somebody who really believes in and knows how to win. And they have a quarterback that, without a doubt, knows how to win, Benny.
Folks, coming back, me and Scott will break down with tonight's X's and O's. What do these two teams have to do to win this football game tonight? You're watching the Soto Concepts pregame show here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
And welcome back to Laurel. You're watching the Soto Concepts pregame show on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. It's senior night here in Laurel. It's time for the X's and O's. Let's talk about what do the Wildcats have to do tonight to be successful. Scott, I think, and you may do this and may regret it, you don't know, but you got to force Laurel to throw the ball early, control the clock, move the chains tonight, get off the field on third down. The Wildcats, those are the 3 things I think they have to do to win this game.
Yeah, and in order to force Laurel to throw early, the Delmar defensive line has to hang with the Laurel offensive line, and that's asking something. But if you're going to win the game, you're going to have to win the line of scrimmage.
For Laurel, what do the Bulldogs need to do, Scott? They need to be efficient on first down, stay on schedule, limit mistakes, play Bulldog football.
Yeah, and being efficient on first down is something that they've done really well. When you have a running back averaging 10 yards a carry, I think that efficiency really is the name of the game. And stay on schedule. I think Shockley's going to keep them moving, keep things popping, and they're going to take advantage of opportunities limit mistakes. I think that Laurel limiting mistakes is something that is in their DNA, and to me, Delmar's got to get them out of their comfort zone and get them to take chances and do things that they can't. I think that's going to be really the battle that we're going to see. Can Delmar get out ahead, put pressure on them, let the game get tight, and hope that Laurel tightens up? And that remains to be seen if that's going to happen.
If they can get through that front line, they got to put feet around Shockley.
Yep.
Folks, we're going to take a couple more commercial timeouts. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. It's senior night here in Laurel, a little extended pregame show, so we'll be back after these commercial timeouts.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is a perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area. For dependable HVAC services, give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
Here at Griffin Mac, we've been serving the Eastern Shore since 2015. We're all about bringing you fresh, quality ingredients. We do fresh pasta, paninis, soups, and salads. We try to be all-inclusive, vegan, gluten-free options. We do a little bit of something for everybody. In the summertime, we make a little over 200 pounds of pasta a day. You can come in and buy fresh pasta. You can bring it home. We're doing curbside pickup right now. A lot of take-to-go. We even have DoorDash if you need it delivered to you. We like to bring you good food fast and not fast food. Here at Griffin Mac, we've been...
And welcome back to Delaware Live Sports, Downstate Game of the Week, powered by 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell. Providing color tonight is my broadcast partner, Scott Kammerer. Ethan Minshaw's on the camera. Scott, short crew here tonight, a small crew here tonight as the game got moved ahead because of the pending storms tomorrow. I will be our statistician again tonight as Dave Marvel up in Green Bay on a little vacation. Your halftime and post-game stats brought to you by Ace Handyman, located in Dover. Ace Handyman covers Kent and Sussex County, as well as southern Newcastle County. Call Nick Paler today for your fix-it-up needs. So let's look at the Delaware Live Super 7 sports rankings. In Class AAA, Smyrna, number 1. Slaiziana, number 2. Middletown flipped spaces with their win over Sussex Central last week. Sussex Central moves to 4. Dover 5. Appoquinimink 6. And St. George's enters the rankings virtue of their win over Cape and Lopin last week. In Division 2, Wilmington Friends, number 1, Howard 2, Caravel 3, St. Mark's 4, Archmere 5, Lake Forest, and Newark. Scott, we're here in single A tonight. Who do we got?
We got the Laurel Bulldogs, number 1 every week so far this year. St. Elizabeth's number 2, Wilmington Charters number 3, the Odessa Ducks, new program in the Middletown area is 4. Tatnall's 5, Seaford 6 after losing a lopsided battle to Laurel, and then
Right.
Indian River coming in at 7. So that's your top 7 in your Delaware Live Sports rankings, Super 7 Class A.
And a win tonight, the Laurel Bulldogs will again be the number 1 seed in the single A tournament, and that is going to start next week. There will not be a bye week for single A and triple A. Let's get to the turf report. We're playing on Bermuda grass. Field condition is excellent. Scott, the grass is even still green. I was told that is because they overseed it with rye.
Somebody knows what they're doing over
Right.
here. I can tell you
Because
that.
you know, we were at Sussex Central last week, and their field is still in good condition, but it was starting to – it's gray, headed to white. This field is in great shape, pretty color green, and so yeah, they said that's how they do it here.
This is the old oversee with rye trick.
That's it. There you go.
Now, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
So 55 degrees at kickoff tonight. Weather looks like it's going to hold off. Talking about some rain tomorrow, but even Scott, looking at the weather report down south, looks like the storm is kind of pushing away. We may not get too much of that.
Now, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. I encourage you to go out to eat and go to the beach and
Go to a cellar
shopping.
restaurant. Yeah.
Well, if you want to.
Right.
And get out there and have a good time and enjoy beautiful Sussex County fall weather.
There you go. Would like to take a moment to thank our 2022 sponsors, Barkley Heating and Air, Capstone Homes, Ace Hardware Handyman, Jawan Johnson State Farm, Arena's Deli, Active Pest Solutions, Louis Pizza, Lasher Barbecue, Sodell Concepts, Sunbelt Rentals, and Grandpa Max. So, folks, we're about on the clock. We're about 3 minutes, but we haven't even met with the captains yet. So, Scott, we'll take another commercial time out here, and while they finish up the senior night activities, and we'll be back with some football action here, folks, from Laurel. You're watching Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. This is the Sodell Concepts pregame show.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the Raw Bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
There's your national anthem played by the Laurel High School Marching Band. Scott, Delmar kicks off. Laurel receives. It's time for the Cats and Dogs to get it on for the Lions Club Trophy.
The highly coveted.
Highly coveted, yes. It looks like they shined it. Here's a live picture of it. It looks like they shined it up a little bit. Shined it up real nice.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this game.
Small town football, nothing better.
Nothing better. I mean, downstate, Sussex County. Uh-oh. Calling the penalty.
On Laurel for delay of game at the start for the delay. Do you call that on the coach or on the announcer that took too long to announce all the seniors? I'm sorry, Scott. I mean.
Is that what it's for?
That's what it's for.
For starting the game late?
For starting the game late. Okay. It was a 7 o'clock kickoff. It's a moved game. I'm sorry. I just think that's a bad call to start a.
Just so we're clear, they're not calling it on the 302 announcer.
No, on the public. I guess the public address announcer. Calling on Laurel for not getting the game started.
Wow. All right.
7-11 kickoff. Kicking off number 16 is Van Sant. That's Nathan Van Sant, sophomore. And I think the school should be able to honor their seniors, but here we go. And we're underway. Kicked deep down the numbers, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and they're going to get that 5 yards right back, Scott. I imagine Laurel will take that ball at the 35-yard line, so the penalty ends up making no
So it's been an eventful first 30 seconds.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here is the Bulldogs starting offense at the tackles. Owen Chafin for Brandon Wright. At the guards, Marquise Hopkins and Joseph Baynard. The center, Braden Hearn. Quarterback, Caden Shockley. The running backs, Patrick Bell, Kylese Wilson, Tate Walls. And your receivers, Nair Farlow and Braden Lee. Here we go, first and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 35-yard line. Coming out in a double wing formation. Shockley under center. Motion to the far side, hand off to Bell up the middle. And he's still pushing the pile. Scott looks like he's going to pick up 5 or 6.
Yeah, and that looks like a gang tackle by the center of the Delmar line. Looks like
let's set this Delmar defense at the ends. Isaiah Holbrook.
Yeah, Isaiah Holbrook,
Lucas Rivas. At the tackles, Israel Amazoy, Derek Fuchs, the nose guard, Carol Nicholson. The linebackers, Ryder Cadell, Brandon Turner. The defensive backs are Aiden Tooney, Jalen Johnson, Victor Saporn, and Takai Hugi. 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Again up the middle with Bell. No, it's a keeper by Shockley, and he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, it's 35. Brandon Turner on the tackle. We talked about him in the pregame. He's a junior. He's going to make a lot of plays tonight.
5-yard carry for Shockley. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Shockley and Turner is a really good matchup. Two hard-nosed players that I think are going to be seeing a lot of each other tonight.
Ball at the Bulldogs 42-yard line. Laurel in the white helmets, red jerseys, white pants, moving from left to right. The Wildcats, blue helmets, white jerseys, blue pants. First down for the Bulldogs. Toss to Kylese Wilson, evades a tackler in the background. Steps out up at the 50, down inside the 40. First down, Laurel.
Yeah, and that's number 38, Isaiah Holbrook on the tackle. That's 2 for him. But, you just saw for a second there what Wilson could really do. He caught the ball, outran one guy, juked another guy, and then ran over another guy. So, you just saw a snippet of everything that guy's really capable of. And I think Delmar's got their hands full tonight.
18-yard carry for Wilson. Ball at the Laurel 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
And when you're averaging 10 yards a carry, 18's even good,
And it's going to be Shockley on the keeper. He's going to pick up about 5, call it 4 on the play.
Yeah, that's number 20.
Don't bring up 2nd down. Shockley built it's like having another fullback in your backfield.
Absolutely. Kind of looking like a Tyson Hill type runner. So that was number 72 on the tackle for Delmar. That's Lucas Rivas.
Second and 6 for the Dogs. Split wide to both sides. Double wing formation. And it's going to be speed sweep with Wilson. Hit spins. Going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, and that's number 28, Aiden Torney on the tackle. That's his first. He's a junior for Delmar Wildcats. I mean, Wilson still got that look like he could break every single one he takes through the line. Like he's a threat to break off nearly every run. Yeah.
Sorry about the sound issues there, folks, but I think we got it up and running. It's just a matter of making sure I press the right button. So 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Trust me, they didn't miss us saying anything brilliant.
No.
Well, maybe you.
Walls goes in motion, hand off the bell, up the middle, stutter step into the line. He's got enough for the 1st down, though.
And it's number 35, Brandon Turner, with his 2nd tackle of the night. And we talked about it. He's going to have to get a lot of tackles tonight, preferably like that, on the line of scrimmage in the backfield. If he starts making those tackles downfield, that's going to be a problem. But, talking about Laurel and their scripted plays and their first 10 plays, it's pretty much going according to plan, Benny.
Right. 1st and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. Ball still same double wing formation, split wide to both sides, Shockley under center. And it's going to be a little counter play with Walls, and he has some running room off left tackle, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's number 72 again. With his tackle, Lucas Rivas. He's a senior. Yeah, when your defensive linemen start making the tackles 4 or 5
right.
yards downfield, not the best situation. I mean, this is really a textbook Laurel drive that we've really been seeing all year.
2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 20. And it's going to be, was that Bell again?
Bell runs hard. And number 30, Darius Hunt, made that tackle. And I think that was a 50-50 tackle. They each got the worst of that tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
Gain of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Ball in the red zone.
I mean, he made that tackle, but he might not want to make too many more quite like that.
It looks like the Bulldog has made his appearance in front of us, Scott.
He looks tough.
3rd down and 2 for the Dogs. Ball at the 19-yard line. And it's going to be Shockley again, but he fumbles, hit on the play, and it's going to be a big loss for the Dogs.
Yeah, that's really what they need to happen. That's 35. Turner on the play again. He's already got 3 tackles, but if Delmar is going to steal this game and get the trophy back, what was the name of that trophy again?
Lions Club trophy.
If they're going to get the Lions Club trophy back, you're going to have some Laurel mistakes and some big plays by Delmar.
And this we talked about limit the mistakes. Here you go, Scott. A 3rd and 2, and you fumble, lose 9 yards, and now you're looking at a 4th and 11 inside at the 24-yard line.
I mean, I'm still thinking speed sweep with
Khalees Wilson.
I mean, he's only got to get 1 more than his average. I keep saying 10-yard average, but I mean, looks like they're going to go trips.
Going to go pistol formation, slots to both sides. And Shockley on the keeper off the left side, has some running room. He might take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Caden Shockley. How about that for a 4th and 11 play, Scott?
Yeah, it looks like 73 and 23 for Laurel. Set that edge, and Shockley just sprinted to the corner and beat everybody to it. I mean, one of the Delmar defenders had an angle, and he outran the angle. So what's that tell you?
Right.
You know, if you can start out running angles. I mean, Delmar really needed that stop, and I thought on 3rd and 2 they got it, but they didn't.
On the kick is Mike Gonzalez. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick up and good. We're going to take our first commercial timeout. Your score, the Laurel Bulldogs 7, the Delmar Wildcats 0. Delmar gets the ball when we come back for the first time tonight.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone home. For over 15 years.
And welcome back to Laurel. The Dogs lead 7-0 on their first possession of the game. Caden Shockley on a 4th and 11 goes 24 yards down the left sideline for a touchdown. Laurel leads with 6:20 to go in the first quarter, 7-0. They'll be kicking off, and the Dogs going back with, looks like number 9, Jalen Johnson, and number 1, Takai Hugie back to receive.
I mean, not much else could have gone right. That one really mistake, the fumble on 3rd and 4, I think it was. But other than that, I mean, it really couldn't have been much better for the first drive of Laurel. You got to give them a lot of credit.
It's going to be a high short kick. It's muffed. But it looks like the Cats able to fall on it. 1st and 10 for Delmar. Let's set that Delmar offense at the tackles. Garrett Cooper, Derek Fuchs. The guards, Dwayne Carney and Hunter Wright. At center, Connor Ward. The tight ends, Victor Saporn and Ryder Cadell. The quarterback, Gavin Powell. Fullback, Brandon Turner. And the halfbacks, Jalen Johnson and Anthony Jackson.
Yeah, we're going to see if Delmar can respond, and they got to get the ball to Jalen Johnson and let him really start running downhill. That's who we're really looking for to really return.
1st and 10 at their own 30. I formation, Powell under center. It's going to be Johnson off the right side. He's got some running room. And he's going to pick up about 6 on the play. Let's set the Laurel defense here. At the ends, Patrick Bell, DeMontre Smith. The tackles, Owen Chaffinich and Braden Hearn. The outside backers, Tate Walls and Xavier Limehouse. The inside backers, Royce Scott and Evan Collins. The free safety, Caden Shockley. At the corners, Nair Farlow and Brady Lee.
Yeah, and that was Xavier Limehouse in on the first tackle on Delmar's first offensive play, and we're going to call his number a lot. Right. And he's a grinder. We talked about him in the pregame. He's a wrestler, and he is one tough kid.
2nd down for the Cats. That's going to be Brandon Turner. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Pick up about 5 on the play.
Yeah, and that's number 3 on the tackle for the Laurel Bulldogs. That's DeMontre Smith. He's a senior. And that's really the blueprint right there, what Delmar needs to do. I mean, give it to their big backs and jam it down the throat of Laurel. And really, Delmar's offensive line, if they're going to win this game, their offensive line has to have a great game against Laurel.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line for the Wildcats. I formation, wing to the far side. And it's going to be play action, roll to the left. Has Turner open in the flat. And he's going to get to about see if they mark him out of bounds at the 40. So a 20-yard pickup on the first pass play of the game.
Yeah, and that's number 6, Caden Shockley on the tackle after his touchdown run. He's coming back and making a nice tackle. And you couldn't have drawn it up any better for a play action pass on that Benny where they sucked the linebackers in. Everybody took a step in. Delmar rolled out and got it to Turner out in the flat, and he picked up that plus yardage after catch and yardage after a hit.
Ball at the Laurel 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Again, tight formation, I with a wing to the far side. Powell under center, hands off to Turner left side. He's hit but breaks the tackle, breaks a second tackle, gets down the sideline to about the inside the 25-yard line. It's enough for a Laurel first down.
Yeah, and that's Jalen Johnson again on the run and Shockley on the tackle. So that's 2 for Shockley. And, you got to wonder how many defensive plays you're going to play before it starts to affect kind of like your quarterback play. But he's doing a lot of work here, chasing down a lot of guys, making plays, 20 yards downfield.
Picks up 17 on the play. First and 10 at the 22 for.
And really, this is a great drive by Delmar, and you're going to hope they can punch it in here.
Double dive with Johnson, but he's hit after a pickup of about 2.
Yeah, and that's number 15, Kate Walls, on the tackle. He's just a sophomore, making a great play in the backfield.
Second down, 8 for the Wildcats. And the ball sits just outside the 20-yard line, just outside the red zone.
Yeah, we're going to call this very near the last year red zone.
That's right.
You still can get some barbecue. It doesn't have to be on the other side of the 20. Excellent barbecue.
Wildcats break the huddle. Little pro set formation this time with split wide to the right. And it's going to be Turner off the right side, but he's hit immediately after a gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Yeah, that's 23 for Laurel on attack. That's Patrick Bell.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up a 3rd and 7.
I mean, the last thing they want to do is get this beautiful drive and get stalled down here. So I'd say it's early in the game, Benny, but this so far is the most crucial play. Besides for Shockley ripping off a fourth down, long touchdown run.
3rd down coming up for the Wildcats, I formation.
I mean, we thought they were going speed sweep with Wilson, but they went with Shockley.
It's going to be an option. Cuts it back in. Brought down at about the 15. He's going to be short of the first down. And that's that man again. That's Collins on the tackle, Scott.
Yeah, Evan Collins, 33. I mean, excellent play. And he did what he had to do, and big-time players make those plays.
Picks up about 3 on the play. Ball at the 15. 4th and we'll call it 3.
Yeah, and you got to think that they're going with taking Johnson out.
Taking Johnson out. Maybe Tyke Hugie around the end.
Tyke Hugie around the end. I like to play the odds.
Yeah,
I go with Johnson off tackle.
Full house backfield, so you're going to see it's going to rolls out to the right under some pressure, looks back to the left, has Hugie all alone in the back of the end zone, overthrows him. Turnover on downs.
What in the...
Scott Hugie was jumping up and down for the calling for the ball.
I mean...
And talk about a missed assignment. That's something that Coach Jones is going to have to clean up.
I mean, does he? I mean, he threw that in the end zone. I don't know.
I tell you, he sees him a little earlier and can set his feet. Bell was breathing down his neck on that, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 15-yard line. Shockley bringing the play in from the sideline.
Man, what an opportunity.
So they dodge a bullet there, Scott.
I guess. I mean,
Laurel dodges a bullet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of confused, but okay.
1st and 10 for the Cats. Toss to Tate. He's got some running room down the left side. Has a blocker in front of him. He's all the way out to the 40. Cuts it back to about inside the 30. Big run.
That's 28. Aiden Torney all the way down the field making that play. I mean, that's why you got to go mano and just and score there. I mean, the trickery, I don't know.
53-yard run for Tate Walls.
My high school coach was so conservative. That's the only reason I say that. I got to be
made that a 63-yard run.
I got to be more open-minded as an announcer, I think.
1st and 10 for the Dogs. Ball in plus territory, and we're going to get a Laurel timeout. Or maybe not. Oh, no, they're waiting on the chains. The chains couldn't keep up with them.
I mean, they're getting up and down the field, Benny. We're getting our $5 worth. Oh, you get in for free, though, right?
Yeah. Get it really, really early. Going to be Bell this time. Little belly off the right side. And he just pushes the pile, Scott. He's going to pick up about 5 or 6 on this play.
Yeah, and that's 72 again with the tackle. That's Rivas. That's his 3rd tackle. All of them down 5 yards downfield.
So a gain of 5 for Bell. Brings up 2nd and 5 for Laurel.
I mean, Poogie was wide open. So the play did work. I guess the execution just wasn't there.
Yeah, I think he was the last guy in the progression. He just didn't see him right away. And next thing you know, you got Bell coming after you.
I mean,
2nd down play.
When you throw the ball, 3 things can happen and 2 are bad.
And Scott, I don't even see how they got that to Wilson, but they did. A little bit of a counter action.
Yeah, I actually think he reversed field on his own.
Right.
And that's one Hoogie on the tackle for.
Picks up about 8. Anyways, it's a Laurel first down. 1st and 10. Back in the red zone again at about the 14-yard line. Remember last year, Laurel came into this game 9-0, Scott. Down in Delmar, lost 24-21.
I mean,
sweet revenge tonight would give Joey Jones an undefeated season.
Going into the Wildcat pit, bad things happen.
And this time it's going to be Kylie's Wilson, and he bounces it back out to the right and keeps his feet moving. He's down about the 5-yard line.
I really like Wilson's stutter step. I mean, he could get lateral. That's 35 Turner on the tackle. But Wilson really, he's got that quick little Barry Sanders move where he can get vertical on the line of scrimmage and find the holes.
Well, he's got that low center of gravity. He shifts. He's a shifty runner. Picks up 8 on that play. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 6-yard line. And that's the end of the first quarter. And what an exciting first quarter it was, folks.
Wow.
Your score at the end of 1. The Laurel Bulldogs 7. The Delmar Wildcats 0. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
In life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life.
And welcome back to Laurel. Scott, that was a fast first quarter. I think they threw the ball, 2 times in the whole quarter. But as it comes out, Laurel ahead 7-0. They have the ball to start the third quarter here at Schallenberger Field. And ball on the 6. And I think they're facing a 2nd and 2.
Really great first quarter. Really wanted to see Delmar score there. I really wanted to see him stay on the ground.
Right.
I think I've said this already, Benny.
I think you did.
But I really thought it was an opportunity for them to score there. So they got to get a stop here. And this is obviously 4-down territory for Laurel. Even though they do have a good kicker, I just think that
they want to punch this in.
They want to punch this in. And Delmar absolutely has to stop them. You do not want to get behind 2-3 scores to Laurel in the first half. That's the last thing.
Bell in the backfield, double wing, split wide to both sides. Shockley under center. There's the ready to play whistle. Motion comes. It's going to be Tate, the second man through. Takes that to the left side. Race for the corner. He's got it. Tate Walls with the touchdown.
Yeah, and he turned the corner again. And 23 with the good block. I just think Laurel's doing everything right. I mean, they absolutely are. There's really not much else to say about it. But the outside contain on Delmar got sucked in on the fake, and then they popped it outside on them. And there's just nothing you can do. When you got outside contain, you got to stay outside shoulder. You can get vertical up the field, but you still need to stay on the outside. And I think that was. We're going to look back on that and say. Huge swing.
Right.
Huge swing.
Gonzalez kick is good. Folks, we're going to go to commercial timeout. Your score here with 11:52 to play in the second quarter. Laurel 14, Delmar 0.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware. You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And welcome back to Laurel. 14-0 is your score, Scott. During the timeout, me and you were talking. Joey Jones brought the stable out tonight. 4 different guys have carried the ball. 2 different guys have scored. Laurel's doing everything right now, and just looking to try to just keep getting some distance between these 2 teams.
I mean, Laurel's looking like a world beater right now, and it's easy to see why they're number 1 in the state. They're just firing on all cylinders.
Short high kick.
Maybe besides kickoffs.
Right, but well, they're trying to get that little pooch kick.
Yeah.
That one went a little out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty, but I imagine Delmar takes that at the 35.
Yeah, when you kick it out of bounds at the 35, that's not the best. So really what you want to see out of Delmar is a nice, sustained, calm everything down.
Yeah, slow everything down.
Slow it down. Snap it with 1 second left, you know.
Look for Delmar to start bringing the heat. That's what they do here, Scott.
Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel, Scott, Collins, and Scott are just 2 tough guys in the middle.
Yeah, and really, if you're Delmar, that's exactly what you want. Take your time.
Couple of scores on the out-of-town scoreboard. Scott, Red Line leads Delcastle 14-0. Caravel leads St. Elizabeth 7-0. 1st and 10 here. We're 14-0 Laurel. Ball on the 45. Motion comes to the near side, and it's going to be a counter, but it is blown up by Scott and looks like number.
Yeah, it's number 1, Roy Scott.
And there's somebody else in there with him.
Man.
Another single digit.
That's the thing about that slow developing counter plays and stuff is that if they sniff that out and they're run blitzing on you, no bueno.
2nd and 14 for the Wildcats. Ball at their own 41.
Yeah, Scotton saw that all the way. You don't see a lot of number 1 middle linebackers.
And this is going to be come out front of the pile. That's going to be Turner on the carry.
Yeah, and that's number 72, Owen Chaffick.
Picks up about 5 on the play.
And the other guy in on that tackle was Scotton.
Right, makes it 3rd and 1. That was Smith on the far side that made that tackle on the backfield with Scott and Dontre Smith. 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. Single back formation, trips to the bottom of the formation. Takes the snap, looks to his left, has a man open on the slant.
That's Johnson.
Johnson breaks a couple tackles, and that's enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's number 24 for Laurel. Really making kind of a touchdown saving tackle. That's Brady Lee with the tackle all the way down the field.
14-yard pitch and catch there for the Wildcats. 1st down in Laurel territory at the Laurel 41-yard line. 10:20 to play.
Good looking play for Delmar Wildcats. Beautiful in-step stride pass across the middle of Johnson.
Same formation, throws out to the right this time to Kydell. And Kydell's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, and that's Shockley and Scott in on that tackle.
I call it a pickup of about 7. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and
Delmar,
it's good to see him getting Kydell into the mix.
A team that doesn't throw much, but they're throwing here.
Yeah, I mean, 82 Ryder Kydell. Let's get him the ball.
So we go 2-by-2 on the edges, shotgun formation. Looks to the left and has a man at Saporn, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, he was wide open too. Number 4 coming across the middle, just a quick slant. And really, everything Delmar's doing is seeming to work. You know, they just got stalled on that first drive. But these are 2 really nice drives they're putting together, moving the ball up and down the field. The difference is Laurel scored on their 2.
Right.
And Delmar stalled out.
9:26 to play here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 3 for Delmar in plus territory.
I just think
looks
from
about the 34-yard line.
Like a momentum standpoint, Delmar has to
score.
Yeah,
they need a score here. They need something good to
You
happen.
do not want to give the ball back to Laurel and go down 21-0.
Full house back for the Wildcats. He's going to roll out to the left. He's got Turner all alone in the flat. And he gets a little bit of yards after catch again, Scott.
Excellent play. I mean, they just floated that right over the defender, right into his hands, and really, really interested to see that. And Scott all the way downfield making another tackle. So he's a linebacker that can make the plays on the line. He can make them in the backfield, and he can be all the way down the field too.
Ball at the 14.
Really, really enjoying watching Scott and Shockley and company play for Laurel. Really good-looking defense.
Turner off the left side. Actually, that may have been 38 Holbrook.
Yeah, that was 38 Holbrook. And that is 52 in on the tackle for Laurel. Braden Hearn, he's going to Del Val to play ball.
Right, Laurel's going to take a timeout here. We'll be right back.
I think that's a great idea.
Good call. We'll be right back.
Passed by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. We just clicked, like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a
And welcome back. Got a 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain by Holbrook.
Great timeout by Laurel.
Yeah, it was a needed one.
Yeah, they just kind of getting pushed around, and really some excellent play calling here.
And they're going to roll out, but he's under pressure this time. He's going to be sacked as he's run out of bounds by number 1 Scotton.
Yeah, that's number 1 Scott, and then 23 Patrick Bell forcing them out of bounds.
A loss on the play. See how much of a loss?
Oh.
Must have been a loss of 3.
Laurel dialed it up, huh?
They like to come at you.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 10 here for the Wildcats. Ball at the, looks like the 15. Just inside the 14.
That's a timeout that's worth it, man.
Right.
You make the right call coming out of the timeout. Look like a genius. Throw some cold water on this red-hot drive at Delmar's.
Trips to the near side. And he looks to the right, rolls out under some pressure, throws, incomplete.
Almost intercepted by 24. That's Brady Lee.
Hearn has to check out as his helmet came off. Red line, Delcastle 2014. Delcastle has not won a game this season, but they've been in some tight ones.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
I'd rather get blown out every time. All right, let's see what Coach Hearn dials up for the old
4th and 10.
4th and 10.
Last time they rolled out.
Yeah, in the red zone. It was 4th and 2, and they rolled out and went to their 4th progression, their 4th option in the backfield.
And Coach Hearn's going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with him. Score your score. Laurel 14, Delmar 0. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey. I didn't see you there.
Cut. Dude, what was that?
Was that too much? Here at Grandpa Mac, we have something for everyone. Signature pasta dishes, or you can custom create them to order. We serve soups, salads, sandwiches, craft beer, and wine. Grandpa Mac's been serving comfort food here in Southern Delaware for the last 3 years, making over 100 pounds of fresh pasta daily. We have a family-friendly environment and are open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. And remember, come follow the noodle to Grandpa Mac.
And welcome back to Schallenberger Field here in Laurel at the Dog Pound. Laurel Bulldogs lead 14-0, but Delmar on another march. And there's a whistle coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, Delmar's trying to make this a heavyweight slugfest.
Right.
And Laurel's looking to stop him and make it a TKO.
4th and 10 from the 15. And it's going to be play action. Looks to the left corner. Has Kydell open. Incomplete.
I'm looking for a flag.
Kydell was breaking open. Just out of his reach. Hey, they dodged another bullet, Scott. This Bulldog defense twice now stopped them in the red zone.
Yeah, it's like a bend but don't break kind of philosophy on defense. And Delmar really tough between 20s.
Right, you're right.
You know, and just stalled out on 2 drives. Both on pretty close plays. The one he overthrew him in the end zone, the guy, Hoogie was wide open. And this one, honestly, Kydell had some separation. I thought he grabbed him and pulled him down.
Yeah, I couldn't see from this.
I'm going to have to look at that replay. But the referee was right there, so he didn't throw a flag. But
any doubt, it'll be Laurel 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. One score, the Odessa Ducks lead Sussex Tech 7-0 first quarter.
That's just such a low percentage play, though. You know what I mean? You roll the pocket out and then throw it back the other way.
Here comes Tate Walls in that toss again. Cuts it back to the inside, and he's going to pick up about 5 on the play.
Yeah, that's a long 5.
Right.
And that's number 35, Brandon Turner, on the tackle again. He's up to 5 tackles already.
Actually, give him a gain of 6. And this is a guy that really doesn't run much for them this year. But he's been big in this offense so far tonight. 2nd and 4 from the 21.
I mean, when that guy's your 6th option, you got a pretty good offense.
And we haven't seen Limehouse yet. They really haven't. They've been playing him mostly on defense.
And Limehouse, he can break some long runs.
Mm-hmm. Limehouse and Wilson they're the guys that are going to and don't forget Shockley. They're the guys that are going to break long runs for you.
Yeah, and right now they got Scott in the backfield in a 4-point stance.
And whistles on the play. So illegal procedure. Back him up 5. And our second flag of the game. The first one was before anybody touched the ball.
It was a delay of game on the band. Having too many seniors. But I like Scott in the backfield in the 4-point stance.
Right. That's going to make it 2nd and 9. Benny Mitchell here with Scott Kammerer. Ethan Minshaw on the camera tonight as he takes over as our normal cameraman, Trey Mitchell, now in the heat of wrestling season. So Ethan will take over for most of the rest of the playoffs for us.
We have a very talented camera crew.
We do. 2nd and 9. Shockley drops back, has a man breaking free, and no flag. There's a little bit of contact, didn't really extend his arms.
That was 28, Aiden Torney on the coverage, and he kind of just fell down, the Laurel receiver. Shockley's got a good little arm, though.
He does. He can throw when they have to throw.
He can throw the ball. I mean, probably not a bad opportunity to give him some more reps.
Yeah, on a 2nd and 9. It's sent out to face a 3rd and 9. Ball at their own, 14, 15-yard line.
I mean, 3rd and 9 with Wilson's not.
No.
That's a running down.
Or Shockley.
That's a running down, man.
Right.
Yeah, the last time they were 4th and 12, they did a little sprint draw to the end zone.
2-by-2 on the edges. Shockley in the shotgun. Wilson to his left. Takes the snap. And he's going to follow his blocker, and that is sniffed out by Turner. Loss on the play.
Yeah, same play as the last time, and that was Bryce Johnson, number 11, on the tackle. That's his first.
So loss of 1 on the loss of 2 on the play. So that's going to be 4th down, and we're going to see something we haven't seen all night yet, Scott. A punter.
I know, and that's a big, big stop. Is Shockley punting?
Yes.
That's convenient for them.
Mm-hmm.
Big stop by Delmar.
Hugie back at about his own 40, or about the Laurel 47, steps back to the 48. Punts off, and he catches it at his own 48.
He's got room.
She does. Down the left side, got blockers in front of him, cuts it back to the middle.
Oh, good tackle.
And I think that's going to be Shockley on the tackle. No, it's not Shockley on the tackle. It's
12.
So that'll be Farlow.
That's Farlow, yeah.
Big return for the ball for Delmar. Now, a little different. Now they're inside the 20, but it's their first time with the ball. So 1st down inside the 20. See how Laurel with 2 red zone stops already.
Yeah, and Laurel needs to dial it up. They did everything right on both their drives, except when it tightened up, they tightened up.
1st and 10 in the red zone ball. I think it's on a 16. Handoff to second man through Johnson. And that's going to be Collins on the tackle.
Yeah, number 33, Evan Collins.
He's going to pick up, Johnson will pick up 4 on the play.
That's a third tackle for Collins. We've been calling his name quite a bit.
Yeah. So that gain of 4, that's going to take the ball down around the 15.
I mean, Laurel's got 3 or 4 guys that you would call like the heart of the defense.
Right. Yeah, their linebacking crew is pretty good.
Yeah. Usually you're happy just to have one of those guys. You know, they got Shockley, they got Scott, and they
Limehouse. 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats under Gavin Powell under center. And it's going to be Turner off the right side on a little belly. He's going to pick up a yard or 2 on the play.
Yeah, and that's Limehouse 20. No, I'm sorry, that's 23 Bell. Tripping them up.
2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Ball at about the 12-yard line.
Another big 3rd down for Delmar. That happened quick.
5 minutes to play here in the half.
We'll see what they go with this time. I'm a little nervous they're going to try and throw it.
I formation, you're probably going to see double dive here. That's just going to, it's going to be a little pitch out to Hugie, who looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down.
Still so risky.
Yeah, it wasn't your atypical option pitch.
I mean, I just feel like, you know, they get into these tight situations and
looks like he has a pickup of around 4 on it.
It was like fake the dive, pulled
follow, and then threw it back.
And then kind of shot putted it to the trail back.
Gain of 4, and it's going to bring on a measurement here with 4:33 to play.
I mean, they're going for it without a doubt. Did you see that play where the guy from Jersey, the ref moved the ball?
Yes. Yes.
I think what happened was he thought the other ref didn't spot it right. You know what I mean? He like, nah, get out of here,
I'll fix
man.
this.
I'll fix this. Yeah.
So it looks like they're going to be short because they don't normally carry the chains back in with the ball like that if it's a 1st down.
Yeah, it looks like
a couple links short.
3 links short.
So 4th down, probably going to see Collins coming up the middle here, Scott.
Yeah, so it's 4th and 3 chain links.
Right.
Which is a fall forward. Nothing slow developing. Let's go power.
Big 4th down play here for the Wildcats. They trail by 14. I formation. And it's going to be a 2nd guy through, and that's Hugie. And he's got the touchdown.
Great play. Great execution.
So Delmar gets on the board to Kai Hugie with the 6-yard run.
And you got to give Powell a lot of credit there. He sold that first guy through that fake and froze quite a few of those linebackers, and it allowed really a free access for Hugie right into the end zone. Really a great play, great call, great execution for Delmar to pull him within 1 score with 4:19 left in the 1st half.
Van Zant on for the extra point. And he gets it up. And it's good. 14-7 is your score. We'll be back after this.
I'm liking Van
Commercial
Zant.
timeout. Yeah, he kicked it deep. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
And the Laurel band strikes it up across the way, Scott, as they get themselves back in this game, 14-7 with 4:19 to play in the 1st half.
Yeah, really great game so far. Very, very happy to see the level of play. Not a ton of mistakes. Great play calling. Good execution. Close game. Delmar's doing what they have to do to hang around. Obviously, they're the underdog.
Right.
But they just need to minimize the damage, hang around, slow things down, score when they need to. A third stall drive would have been a killer, though.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Van Sant to kick it away. He does. Kicks a knuckleball down the middle of the field. Wilson's going to pick it up at about his own 15-yard line. He's got some running room, Scott, up the middle. And tackle made by, looks like, number 79.
I mean, Wilson just seems like he gets separation on his runs. I don't know how he always has so much wide open field, but he really does.
Must have been Amon Thomas, 78 on the tackle. But Laurel, they get the ball, Scott, close to midfield on that return.
Yeah, close to midfield with 4 minutes left. Their last 2 drives were around 4 minutes.
Right.
So, I mean, they're definitely in the position to be able to score again before half.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs, ball at their own 41. They lead 14-7, 4:13 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, and their offensive line's been playing really good. Number 55, Marquise Thompson's made a lot of really great blocks so far.
Speed sweep with Walls, cuts it back to the inside. Turner wraps him up. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, that's number 72 and number 35 in on the tackle. 72 is Lucas Rivas, and 35 is Brandon Turner.
Mark it at the 44, gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7.
So 2nd and 7 here for Laurel. Then 1 pass attempt for Laurel. Now Delmar throwing the ball quite a bit and throwing it well.
Yeah, and they had it really going on in their second drive with some slants. They got the ball to Johnson. They got the ball to Ryder Kydell. That's who they need to get it to.
And it's going to be Walls again. And he's going to be close to a first down. See where they mark it now. They mark him down at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and that's number 28, Aiden Torney, on the tackle. And they're using number 11.
So pickup of 6 on the play for Walls.
I mean, they have a nice little wrinkle here with Walls. That's number 15. Sorry, Tate Walls,
yeah, 15,
right?
Caden Walls, yeah. No, 15 is Tate Walls.
Tate Walls.
Caden Shockley is your quarterback. Wilson goes in motion, brings it back up the middle. He's got the first down at about the 45-yard line.
Wow, he ran over
6.
He ran over 3 Delmar Wildcats right there. That was number 55 on the tackle. Israel Amagio for Delmar.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the second half and first half. Ball at the Delmar 45. Laurel on a drive. Wilson goes in motion, takes it, cuts back to the left. Big hit by Kydell. And he's going to pick up 3 on the play, though.
Yeah, 82 Ryder Kydell on that hit. Good to see a wide receiver delivering some shots there inside on the line on a tough run by Wilson.
Laurel's going to take a timeout here, Scott. We're going to stay right here as we have some updated scores out of the Lewis studio. Sussex Tech now leads Odessa 7-6. Lake Forest leads McKean 41-7. Lake Forest may be the hottest team in Division AA right now, or Division AA.
And they got players all over the field.
They do.
Yeah.
We did the picks this week, and Glenn Frazier on the picks with us, but Trey Mitchell said he picked Sussex Tech, said they just find ways year in, year out to finish the season, to win that last game every year. And then here they are in that position again. No playoffs for them, but a chance to put Odessa on the road in their playoff.
You know, Trey Mitchell's a married man now, so he's a lot wiser.
He's a little wiser,
He's a little wiser. Hopefully he's listening to what his wife says.
2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Speed sweep with Wilson. He has to bow back. But he does get the edge. He has the first down the right sideline, cuts it back in again, takes it inside the 30, close to the 25.
Yeah, and that's number 30 on the tackle. That's Darius Hunt for Delmar. Wilson is tough to tackle, man.
Pick up around 15 on the play.
I mean, he made that 15-yard run look easy. He's a problem. I don't know what you do with him.
1st and 10 at the 27. This time it's going to be Walls on the speed sweep. Makes one guy miss, takes it down to close to the 20. And we have whistles. Oh, we have a flag on the play. That was number 15, Walls. And we have penalty on the play. And a holding call on Laurel, and that's got their last drive was stopped on a penalty.
Holding on the offense, that'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll remain first down.
I'm liking this little thunder and lightning with Walls and Wilson, getting him around a speed sweep around the corner. They're pinching down, trying to hook block the end, and then coming back with Wilson.
It looks like we're going to have about a 1st and 18 for Laurel. And they go to the pistol. 2-2 on the edges. Shockley looking to run to the left. Follows his blocker, takes it out of bounds inside the 30.
Yeah, great block by the fullback Scott on that one. He really stood up a defensive lineman on that one.
Gets about 6 of it back.
I mean, Shockley almost looks like a Tim Tebow type running out of the backfield. Like, when you're a D-back, you're like, oh, man, here we go.
Yeah, tackle this guy from the side, right?
Yeah.
Walsh checks back in, had to sit out play with his helmet coming off. Under 2 minutes to play here. 2nd and 12 for Laurel. Ball at the 29 of Delmar. 14-7 is your score. Pistol formation, 2-2 on the edges. And this time he cuts it up. He's got some running room. He takes it down inside the 20.
That's Ryder Cadell on the tackle again. Number 82, he's a sophomore. Starting to rack up some tackles now.
He picks up about 10 on the play. 3rd and 2 for
just another
Laurel.
methodical drive, Benny. A steady dose.
And this time you lose a tackler in the backfield. He takes it down close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and he got tripped up by number 30. That's Darius Hunt. And Darius Hunt saved the touchdown because Shockley ran around one guy, threw another guy, and he was there. Delmar was lucky to trip him up on that one.
1st and goal for Laurel. Minute 23 to let it play here in the it's going to be a toss to Walls. To lose a tackler in the backfield. He's got a couple more there. He's going to lose about 2 on the play.
Yeah, that's number 30, Hunt again. And Walls ran around one guy and tried to stiff arm Hunt. Hunt grabbed his arm and took it down. Yeah, I mean, I could see that clearly.
2nd and goal, ball at just inside the 12-yard line. 39 seconds to play here in the first half.
Delmar needs a stop.
Looks to the left, flags on the play.
I mean, the ball comes out of Shockley's hand really nice. I think he probably doesn't throw a ton, so doesn't
Illegal
have a great
procedure
touch,
on the dog.
But he's got a nice, he's got a good arm. He can throw the ball. He looks like a deep crossing route kind of guy.
Right.
Throw it, get some air under it in the middle of the field, let someone run under it. He probably doesn't throw enough to have that pinpoint.
5-yard penalty. The ball's at the 16. Laurel does have a timeout left.
24 seconds left, so.
Toss to Kylese Wilson. He cuts it back inside. Takes it back down inside the 10.
That's 28, Aiden Torney on the tackle.
And Laurel uses their timeout.
Man, Wilson just runs downhill. I mean, he brings it to you.
So Laurel uses their final timeout. We'll stay right here.
Pivotal play right here.
Yeah, 14 seconds to play. So, Scott, do you throw it twice or you just depend on this run game?
Honestly, I'd give it to Wilson. I mean.
Picked up 6 on that one. They have 10 to go here. 1st and goal, or excuse me.
You could probably get 2 plays out of it if.
It's a 3rd and goal from the 10.
Honestly, man, I can't believe.
Laurel, a lot of mistakes here in the red zone, Scott. A procedure, a hold, another procedure.
I think you give it to Wilson and go with your best guy.
Time to get to the edge.
Yeah, and if he doesn't get it, then you go in the halftime up one score.
But I think you go toss with him more than you do speed sweep.
I go toss with him.
Well, he's in the backfield.
Yeah, we'll see what this. I mean, I'd bring him to this near side. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
A little pass out to him. Stays on his feet, gets down to the, oh, Scotty trucks him into the end zone.
Man! When you got a superstar, that's what you do with a superstar. You give him the ball and let him make plays.
I guess technically that's probably a run. I can't tell if he threw it forward or not. We'll give him a pass.
I think it was, I think it was pretty much.
Close-up pass.
Yeah. I mean, it was an overhand speed sweep is really
right.
what it was.
Gonzalez on to kick the extra point. With 5 seconds left, Laurel goes up. Another score.
And that's a backbreaker in the first half.
And it's good.
I mean, Wilson just gets separation, and he makes those moves, and then he delivers the blow at the end, the run over guy, and trucks him into the end zone.
We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. Your score, Laurel 21, wow. Delmar 7. We'll be right back.
You've probably seen this a lot, but not all pest solutions come from a can. At Active Pest Solutions, we don't spray and pray. Professionalism and continuing education sets us apart.
We are Quality Pro certified, the mark of excellence in pest management.
And we have an associate certified entomologist on staff,
providing environmentally sound solutions to our customers.
Our proactive pest plan offers the best pledge guarantee in the industry. We do what others don't.
Active Pest Solutions. Call or visit us online today. It's active without the E. You've probably seen this a lot, but not all.
And welcome back to Laurel with 5 seconds to go in the first half. Laurel leads 21-7.
I mean, what a way for your star running back to deliver. I mean,
right.
14 seconds left. 3rd and goal on the 10. Tight game, rivalry.
And another one kicks high. They call for the fair catch. Yeah, there's some Laurel guys falling back. So with 5 seconds to go, Delmar will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Yeah, and so far, really, the two biggest sequences are Delmar getting stalled at the 22 times on their 2 drives, and Laurel converting on 3 of their 4, and really Limehouse, Shockley, Scott, and Collins and company really making things happen on the defensive side.
And Delmar is going to take a knee here, Scott.
And Wilson running roughshod with the ball. So we're gonna calculate his stats.
Yeah, I got a lot of adding to do here, folks. We'll be right back. Close to the end of halftime. Your score at the half: the Laurel Bulldogs 21, Delmar 7.
I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Sodell Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Sodell Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service. High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
Couldn't be more excited about having our show here held at the Buffalo Wild Wings and Christiana location here on Route 7, brand new location. They moved here from Limestone Road, and it's going to be the new home of 302 Sports Week. I'm going to recap some local college and professional stuff with Time Birdwatch every part of the day. Top 5 plays. Here we go. Stanley, your number 1 play from AI, 76-yard punt return. We got ourselves the quality cam here on the sideline. It's awesome to watch from this angle, to be honest with you. And watch. Whoa! Going up. He went the 4-12. He left the first there at 4-4. I mean, those ups right there. You can't make this stuff up.
We all know that choosing the right company for home preservation can be challenging. Your home is your castle, and only the best and most trusted will work, right? Of course. So why is Ace Handyman Services different and the right choice? We take great pride in our easy, no-hassle scheduling and communication process. You call, we answer, and we listen. Or take advantage of online booking 24/7. Once we understand your home needs, we schedule a craftsman to arrive at a convenient time for you. You then receive a pre-call the night before from your craftsman. On my way text notification so you know when to expect your craftsman to arrive. Regular updates on the progress of your job. Even follow-up prior to any warranty expiration dates. Easy, convenient, no surprises, ever. Our commitment is to treat your home, your family, your time, and your privacy with respect. Rest assured, you are always our top priority. Our multi-skilled craftsmen will complete the work on your home in a workmanlike manner. If we don't, we'll come back to make it right. It's what we do and have been since 1998. Simply put, we're different. Ace Handyman Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Sodell Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our.
And welcome back to Schallenberger Field. Your halftime score, Laurel 21, Delmar 7. And it's time for the halftime stats brought to you by Ace Handyman. As soon as we can get them up. And there they are. So your halftime stats brought to you by Ace Handyman Services. Nick Paler up in Dover, 302-272-5049. He services Kent and Sussex and southern Newcastle County. Call Nick Paler for all your needs, your fix-it-up needs. So, Scott, here are the team stats. Delmar with 118 yards, total offense, 61 passing, 57 rushing, a little more balanced than I think we expected. Usually more of a run-heavy team. But Laurel, 223 first-half yards, 10 through the air, 213 on the ground. Neither team has a turnover. The scoring, Caden Shockley with a 24-yard run on 4th and 11 with 6:20 to go in the first quarter, put Laurel up 7-0. And then Tate Walls with a 6-yard run around left end with 11:54 to go in the second quarter as they go up 14-0. Takai Hugie got Delmar on the board with a 6-yard run of his own with 4:19 to go in the first half. Made it 14-7. We kind of thought that might be the end of the scoring, but a big kickoff return by Wilson, and then caps it off with a 10-yard pass from Caden Shockley to Kylie's Wilson with 5 seconds to go in the first half. It makes it 21-7 for the Laurel Bulldogs. Your individual offensive stats, Caden Shockley, 10 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Tate Walls, 7 carries, 82 yards with a touchdown. Wilson is 6 for 46. For Delmar, Johnson, 5 for 33. Hugie, 3 carries, 6 yards with a touchdown. Turner has 2 catches and 40 yards for Delmar. Wilson, the 1 catch for 10 yards for a touchdown. Shockley, 1 of 2 for 10 yards and a touchdown. And Powell, 4 of 8 for 61. Scott, how about some defensive stats? Who's standing out there tonight?
Yeah, we're going to call these semi-unofficial stats for the tackling. So number 35 for Delmar, Brandon Turner leads all tacklers with 8. Number 72, Lucas Rivas, is second for Delmar in the first half with 3 tackles. So Turner's on pace to have a huge game, and we knew he was going to have a huge game. On the Laurel side, Rory Scotton has 5 tackles so far. He's number 1. He's actually been doing some double duty. He's in a 4-point stance blocking for Wilson on a lot of the plays. He's been kind of trying to hook the DN to pop Wilson out to the outside, and also with Walls on the speed sweep. And then Ethan Collins for Laurel, he's the second leading tackler in the first half. He's got 3 tackles, and he's really, like we talked about, the heart and soul of this team, and he really hasn't made as many tackles as he normally has because a lot of the defensive line have been making a lot of stops, and really they haven't been getting to him. So, really just to go over the first half, 223 yards, almost all of it on the ground, 4 drives for Laurel, 3 scores. I mean, that pretty much says it all. They're being super efficient. They had to pump 1 time from deep in their own zone, and that's really when Delmar capitalized. So Delmar stalled out on the 2 drives. That's really been
I would say the
major
key to the first half were the 2 red zone stops by Laurel. They turned 1 into a touchdown, went to the field, turned 1 into a touchdown, and then they got the late score here after the Delmar score. So right now, Joey Jones and the Laurel Bulldogs is doing everything right.
Yeah, and if they drew this game up perfect, this is really how it would go. And they put an exclamation point on the half by giving the ball to Wilson. We're going to call it a toss.
Yeah, we'll call it. He was going forward.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it a pass.
All right, we're going to call it a pass. And so really getting the ball to Wilson out in space and letting him make a move and truck a guy.
Yeah, and not only did he make a move, Scott, he made a move and then trucked the guy at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, so, I mean, you got a player on your hands.
Right.
And you got a serious problem if you're Delmar to deal with Wilson. So we'll see what Coach Hearn dialed up at halftime to be able to try and stop him. And
Delmar does get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. They need a good drive. I mean, they need to put together a good drive. They need to get the ball to Johnson, let him run, let him try and control the game. And really
this is a big possession here.
Big possession,
I think.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a huge possession. And in rivalry games, they're all big possessions. But when you start to look back on how it played out, you're going to look back on those 2 red zone stops in the first half, and then you're going to look on what happens on this drive, because this drive could set the tone. I mean, you could be in a 1-score game, or you could get stopped. Laurel's scoring on 75% of the drives as it is, and all of a sudden now it's a 3-score game, and you're on the road.
Our last update out of Odessa, the Ravens now lead Odessa 20-7. In the first half, and the last we had out of that game should be conclusion. Lake Forest was leading McKean 41-7. Lake Forest, wow, I think that's 5 or 6 times this year they've put 40 or more on the scoreboard. So they'll be taking that offense into the AA playoffs next week. We'll know Sunday who plays who.
It's the best time of the year to be firing on all cylinders.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to put it all together, I mean, a lot of it is, you have teams that are overpowering, but for the rest of the field, the 2 gets hot at the right time. Who's coaches are figuring out what their real identity is and what they can run successfully, and you're starting to see some of that. I'm a little surprised at the Odessa score.
Yeah. Red Lion leads Del Castle 36-14, so they started to pull ahead, and as we said, Sussex Tech leading Odessa 20-6. Good for that Sussex Tech program. They're playing probably, I think, is the toughest district, at least in AA. With Caravel, Woodbridge, Lake Forest, Delmar, and they're looking to come out here with 4 wins this season.
Yeah, not a lot of easy games. Not many off weeks in that district.
And then they pick up a non-conference game to start the season against this Laurel Bulldogs team. So.
I mean, if you're looking to put together the best competition, that's definitely the way to do it. I prefer a nice, easy first game.
Yeah.
Appalachian State.
And then sometimes that doesn't turn out the way it's supposed to.
That doesn't turn out either.
So we get ready to go here to the second half. 14 seconds left in the halftime. Laurel will be kicking off to Delmar. And I think Dave Hearn, I think Delmar's got to score here.
I've been saying it.
I wish we kept time of possession because Laurel's had the ball a lot.
A lot. 4 long drives. They had 4 or 5 minute drives.
Again, your halftime stats brought to you by Ace Handyman Services in Dover. Nick Peeler, give him a call. Here we are on Veterans Day weekend. He is an Air Force veteran. And give the man a call and give him a try. You're fixing up needs.
I think, the only other real surprise of this game is how much Delmar's thrown the ball.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that much thrown from them. And throwing it well. 4 of 8 for 61 yards. And Turner,
not a bad first half.
Turner with 2 catches for 40 yards. And he's catching them at about 8 yards.
Yeah, and Powell can put the ball out there. He actually had a couple other passes that, I thought.
Went off the fingertips.
Yeah, went off the fingertips. So, he's made all the throws that Coach Hearn's asked him to make.
Well, here we go. Laurel kicking it away. And there's that high pooch kick down the sideline. They're going to try. I guess he must have fair call. I just didn't see it. 1st and 10 for Delmar at their own 34-yard line.
What do you think of the high pooch kick? I don't know, man.
That there, if you can get it down the hash, I think it's a good kick because you're almost forcing them to fair catch it and take it at the 35.
Yeah, and then that's relying on the other team to have somebody that can
fair catch it, right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kick the ball.
If you don't have a guy that can kick it through the end zone, then
yeah, I guess. It's essentially one step above an offside kick every time.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. Ball at their own 35-yard line. And Powell's going to go to the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side. Motion comes back with Johnson. And Powell's going to try to run. He's going to be brought down behind by Walls, but he's going to pick up about 3 before that happens.
Yeah, that's number 15, Tate Walls, run down all the way across the field to make that play.
Gets about 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Tate really wasn't in our pregame scouting, and he's all over the field.
He's having a heck of a game both sides of the ball.
He's only a sophomore, so I don't have to go back and look at the stats. He's either having a breakout game or 302 scouting department needs to step it up, which is me and you.
That's right. 2nd and 7 here for the Wildcats. Powell under center. Here comes a blitz with Collins, and he hits him right at the line. There's going to be a loss on the play. He came with bad intentions, Scott.
Yeah, and Collins made an excellent play. He anticipated. I think that was a called blitz, but he definitely executed.
I didn't even get to see who got the ball. Was that Holbrook?
Yeah, Holbrook. I got my own problems keeping track of tackles. Let me tell you, our statistician's underpaid.
Yeah, I'll be glad to get him back next week.
Yeah.
3rd and 9 for Delmar. Oh, here comes Collins. Big hit, but I believe that is Johnson with the catch.
Yeah, Johnson with the catch, and Limehouse forced him out deep down the field. And that's the 3rd time that Powell's made that nice little touch pass right over top of the defender and kind of drops it into the breadbasket of the receiver.
25-yard pass play for Delmar. The ball at the 36 of Laurel. 1st and 10, Delmar.
I'm liking the mix that I'm seeing here. Mm-hmm. Really, Delmar's moved the ball well. They just have to finish drives off.
Shotgun formation, 2 with 2 on the edges. He's going to roll left under some pressure. He slips and falls.
Yeah, he slips and falls, and then that's 23 on the tackle. That's Patrick Bell. We're going to give him a sack.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Loss of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 9:58 left in the 3rd quarter. This is a 3-minute drive so far.
Yeah, I mean, Delmar doesn't want to burn time and not score. Kydell comes wide to the right side here.
A 7-minute drive and a score would be ideal. Look out.
He's under some pressure, throws back, hit right away. That's number
3.
Demontre Smith.
How that drive imploded.
So there's going to be a loss of 9 on the play. Bring up a 3rd and about 26. Threw back across the field, and Laurel just all over it.
Yeah, sacked by Bell, and that tackle for a loss really has done him in on this drive.
Kydell comes wide, right eye formation.
Yeah. How about a nice pass to Kydell? Oh.
Double dive to Johnson. He's got some running room. He's going to pick up about, looks like, about 17.
Yeah, that's 24 on the tackle, Brady Lee.
Correction, that was a 3rd and 26, now it's 16.
Yeah, so it looks like about 4th and 11.
Yeah, about 4th and 11.
What do you think? Give it to Johnson again?
Well, he picked up 16 on last one. Like you said, he comes full head of steam when he hits the line of scrimmage. He is coming full speed.
Yeah, when you're a defensive player and you're looking at offensive film, that's the one thing that you see. Like, that's a guy, you know, for Laurel, they want to get him before he really gets moving. It makes it tough when they're full speed when they touch the ball. So, I mean, you got to clog things up just to kind of muddy the water against a guy like that.
Full house backfield for Powell's going to drop back, look down the left side. That's going to be broken up.
Yeah, it's broken up by number 24, Brady Lee.
So turnover on downs. Laurel takes over 1st and 10. Caravel leads St. Elizabeth 14-0, 3rd quarter.
That's a turnover on down, folks. Bulldog, 1st down.
Yeah, that's a 4-minute drive with no points.
So Laurel takes over, 7:52 to play. 1st and 10 at their own. We have a Delmar player down on the far side of the field.
Yeah, Delmar really needed that, and the tackle for a loss and the sack were a backbreaker on that drive, Benny.
And it looks like he's back up and under his own power. It was off on the off the field. So here we go, Laurel, 1st and 10. Ball at their own 37-yard line. A score here could be a backbreaker, Scott.
And that was number 4, Victor
Saporn,
who was shook it up, but he looks like to be leaving under his own
power. He was the intended receiver on the
yeah.
play. Here comes the option. Pitches it out to Tate Walls. Tate Walls, stiff arm, but he's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, and it's number 30 on the tackle, Darius Hunt. Gave him an extra little push at the end.
We got to make sure he stays down.
That's it. That's how you got to play ball.
2nd and 7 for Laurel. Ball at their own 40.
That's a
7:28 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
Looks like the 4th tackle for Hunt. I always like those stiff arms because this guy's giving you something to tackle him with. You know what I mean? Trying to stiff arm you in the chest. Be like, all right, I'll take that.
2nd and 7.
Unless you got Derrick Henry who knocks you unconscious.
Right.
Yeah. There's nothing to grab.
Wilson goes in motion, and that was like Shockley on the keeper.
Yeah,
he's going to pick up about 3 on the play.
Yeah, we're going to give 49 Ashton Bain the credit on the tackle because he touched him after he hit the ground.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And Joey Jones, no hurry right now, Scott. He'd like to take about a 6-minute drive into the end zone.
I just feel like Jones has done everything right this game.
Mm-hmm.
He's making all the right moves. He had a key timeout he called on one of those drives in the red zone. Got his troops together.
Toss to Wilson around the right end. Cuts back. He's got some running room down the right sideline, but he's going to be brought down at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 28 on the tackle for Delmar Wildcats. It's Aiden Dorney.
About a 15-yard carry for Wilson.
That's 3 for Dorney. You know, when you see Wilson running with the ball, you just look at him like, God, that guy's hard to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some guys you just see run, and you're like, oh, how in the world are they gaining all these yards? And when you see Wilson run, there's no.
Wilson reminds me a little bit of Andrew Long from Sussex Central, but with a little added power to put the head down and run over you.
I mean, Andrew Long's someone that scored 4 touchdowns in that game that we did, and we were like, I didn't feel like he ran that much.
Tate Walls around the left side, but he runs into a host of cats. He goes out of bounds. Pickup of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, we're going to give Torney number 28. That'd be his 4th. We're going to call that a force out of bound tackle.
2nd and 7 here for Laurel.
You know, we haven't seen Smyrna this year, but you know, with Knight. But I think Wilson's probably the best back we've seen run.
That we've seen, yeah.
That we've seen, in the games we've done. Though I do like Johnson. I think Johnson has.
Yeah, he's a good running back too.
He's a good running back, but I just think that
there's something a little extra to Tyrese Wilson.
And he's got some of the pieces around him that make it even more difficult.
Going to be a counter, and they're going to wrap Walls up in the backfield.
Yeah, it's number 66, Carroll Nicholson. That's his first tackle of the game. He's a he's a junior.
Walls never had a chance. They're marking the ball that far back. Lost about 8 for Walls. I know he didn't take the ball that far back. .5:15 and counting here in the third quarter. Laurel 3rd and 15.
This would be a great stop for Delmar.
It would. It might be a much needed stop for Delmar.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Receiver split wide to both sides. Wilson goes in motion, speed sweep, reverse. And Walls wrapped up in the backfield again. This time goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it's number 38, Isaiah Holbrook on the stop.
Loss of, call it 4 on the play. So Laurel going the wrong direction, Scott.
Not a great last 4 plays here. A fumble on the double reverse. Nah. Someone's getting yelled at.
All right, 4th and 19. And they're going to play field position here. And why not with the way they play defense tonight? Shockley to punt it away. Nice floater down the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20.
Great kick.
I'm not sure why they're marking it all. It landed right on the right. That's where it hit. Ball at the 19.
You know.
Gotta make it look right, I guess. I don't know.
I agree with almost everything football refs say. It's the wrestling refs I disagree.
That you're right.
I disagree with everything they say.
Right. So ball on their own 19. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
I have a lot of sympathy for football refs. Have a little bit of a shortage this year, huh?
That's what they say.
Thursday games?
That's what they're saying. Central and CR wanted to play tonight, but they had a referee shortage, had to play in the weather tomorrow. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Powell under center I formation.
It's not going to rain tomorrow.
And it's going to be Holbrook. Maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, and that's 33. Evan Collins on the tackle.
Holbrook with a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Maybe 1 on the play for the Wildcats. To the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, I think Delmar would want to start picking up the pace here. Approaching under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, trailing by 2 touchdowns. And it's going to be a straight dive. I think that's Hoogie.
Yeah, that's number 8 on the carry.
Oh, number 8 on the carry. That will be. I don't have a number 8.
Oh, 9. Sorry.
I guess that's Johnson.
Johnson.
And we have whistles.
And that was 72, Owen Chapnick on the tackle. He lost his helmet.
So gain of 3 on the play for Johnson. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
24-yard line. 6 for the Wildcats.
3rd and 7 here for Delmar. Ball with 3:30 to play.
I mean, this is an important play.
Has Delmar punted tonight?
I was going to say, we
don't
haven't
think so.
seen them punt tonight because they went for it on 4th down.
Yeah, several times.
Several times. But this is the punting situation if they don't get it, which we're going to see if they do have.
It's going to be a
punter.
counter with Hugie. He's hitting the backfield. That was Hearn. He sniffs it right out. Loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, Hearn and number 3, Demontre Smith on that.
Braden
side.
Hearn, he'll be the 215-pounder for the Bulldogs this year when wrestling season starts. And they are on the punt. It'll be Van Sant the punt. Laurel puts 2 guys back. That's Tate Walls and Kylie's Wilson. Both are dangerous. We've seen that tonight.
In the pregame, they said Hearn's going to Del Valle to play football.
Yeah.
They got a good
Study
program.
agriculture.
Yeah, they got a great program. Oh,
and
roughing.
we're going to get a rough. So flag on the play. First flag of the second half.
So will that be a first down?
Yep, personal foul roughing. So that'll be a 15-yarder.
There is a flag on the field.
Sussex Tech goes up 27-6. Brad Ellingsworth looking to end his season with a win.
That's always good to end with a win.
Especially if it's December.
And you get right back in the weight room.
Yep. It's a 15-yard penalty against Laurel, so that'd be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Second life for the Delmar Wildcats here.
Moves the ball out to the 35.
I mean, this game is right on the razor's edge for them getting away. You know, this game could get away from them here. They need
because that punt stands. Laurel's getting the ball like their own 40.
Yeah. Up 21-7
Right.
with short time left in the 3rd. I mean, that pretty much is getting close to nailing the coffin time.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. That one comes over. That's Johnson. And it's going to be an option to Johnson. Man, he's a strider, Scott.
I mean, 22 on the tackle. I'm sorry. That's 12 on the tackle. That's Nary Farlow. I mean, I'd give the ball to Johnson. I've been saying that. The ball's not very heavy. Give it to him 30 times a game.
Right.
You know, let him carry it 30 times.
It's full of
a
air,
game.
right?
Yeah, it's full of. I mean, I give that kid the ball 30 times a game. Of course, we are in the announcers.
That's right.
It's easy to say
we're
that.
Not carrying it.
Yeah, I'm not carrying
13-yard gain for Johnson. Minute 39 to play here. 3rd quarter, ball at their own 48.
Just the 2 games that we've seen, every time he gets the ball, good things happen for Delmar.
And it's going to be the double dive, and it's going to be Johnson again. Picks up about 5.
Yeah, and that's Scotton on the tackle, number 1, Bruce Scotton. That's 6 for him.
I think right now Joey Jones will take those 5-yard runs and run off 30 seconds of clock each one.
Yeah, and Scotton's making a run for pest of the game.
Yeah, he is.
He's been very pesty.
Second and 5 for Delmar in plus territory. I formation. Second man through. He is hit in the backfield, but he does. That's going to be Limehouse. Strips the ball, takes it 53 yards for Xavier Limehouse touchdown.
Wow.
What about that?
I'm not sure what I saw. I know for a fact Limehouse returned that, though.
Yes, he did.
What happened in between, we're going to have to go to the replay. I thought Johnson was like
turning and fighting for yardage.
Yeah. I thought like he got hit by a crashing end, fighting for another yard, and it got stripped.
Xavier Limehouse, one of our players to watch. He's not been in on the offense tonight, but he gets a score on defense.
Yeah, and that's what Coach said about him. I mean, he just comes to practice every day, works hard, doesn't say a whole lot, but just a real leader on the team, captain, and the guy that delivers when he needs them.
There's a whole lot going on there, but it's ended going to be an extra point. So we're going to take a commercial timeout. Your score with 32 seconds to play in the third quarter, Laurel 28, Delmar 7. We'll be right back.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone home. For over 15 years.
And welcome back. 32 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 28-0, Xavier Limehouse goes 53 yards on the strip and score. Fumble recovery.
Limehouse coming up big for the Laurel Bulldogs. You know, those wrestlers are just tough to keep
Get those
down.
strong hands, baby.
Yeah. See Hearn and Limehouse in on plays in the last
back-to-back
series.
plays, right?
Yeah.
So here we go. Gonzalez to kick it away. 28-7 lead for the Dogs. They want to get that trophy, Lions Club trophy back here in L-Town. And there's the high pooch kick. And he's going to take it and gets about maybe a yard. 1st and 10, Delmar.
So 32 seconds left in the third quarter. (28-7). So
Laurel looks like they're going to be the #1 seed in the Class A tournament, Scott, as this holds.
I mean, they have handled Delmar pretty well. I mean, they bent a little bit but didn't break on a couple of those drives. But for the most part, they've made all the plays they needed to. And the players to watch were the guys that have been coming through.
That's right.
Wilson, Limehouse, Shockley. I mean, really the first touchdown run was really set the tone for me for what they were going to do.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Full house backfield. Looks like they moved to a power I. Holbrook left side and nowhere to go.
Nowhere. That's #1 Scott on the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, and I watched this Laurel team in the state championship game, Scott, last year, and they got to a similar situation in that game, and they were relentless in the second half.
Yeah, they almost feel like they're picking up steam now, their defense. Their defense has played much better in the second half than it did in the first. I think they smell blood in the water. I
think between Shockley's 4th down touchdown run and the 2 red zone stops, that has really set the tone. We're going to take a commercial timeout at the end of the third quarter. Your score, the Laurel Bulldogs 28, Delmar 7. We'll be right back after this commercial timeout.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life, some things just go together.
And we're back. Start of the fourth quarter. Laurel with the 28-7 lead, looking to get that Lions Club trophy that's been sitting in Delmar since 2016.
And we do not have confirmation Delmar's even brought it.
Yes, there was a picture. I saw a picture on Twitter. I did see the picture.
There's controversy around the Lions Club trophy.
Right.
Oh, there was a picture on Facebook?
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Twitter's much more reliable.
And it was shined up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Delmar. Correction, 2nd and 10 for Delmar. Start of the fourth quarter. Full house backfield. Powell drops back, looks down the left sideline, And
wow.
that is, they're going to say
Dropped
incomplete.
that last second.
Number 48, Telvin Nichols, but that was
Telvin Nichols had a step on him.
Lee kept that hand in there and popped it loose. So that brings up 3rd and 10.
Powell's really thrown the ball well tonight.
He has.
He really has.
And this Delmar team's young. Now he's a senior and Johnson's a senior, but they got a lot of guys back coming up this team.
Guys, yeah. Powell's had a good game.
Right. They're headed to the Class AA state tournament next week.
They might be a tough out.
Yeah, they could be tough in that. Back to pass again, runs back to the left, and he's going to run right in to number 3, Smith. And there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, that's 24, Aiden McCauley, a freshman.
And that's going to be Delmar's first penalty of the game, Scott. They played pretty clean.
Yeah, it's a hold.
And Coach Jones is going to take the hold. He's going to push him back to about a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, why not? Put some pressure on him. Put him in a tight situation. Really, this is the clincher. You know, he gets to stop here.
Scott, if you look on that table on the Delmar sideline, there's your Lions Club trophy.
Is that the real trophy?
That's the real trophy.
I mean, it is shiny. Can we get a shot of that?
Well, we don't have any communication with Ethan. So. Sometimes we do use the headsets. I didn't use them tonight. 3rd and 20 at their own 20.
It's real. I see it.
I love trophy games, just the history of them. And
we did a great trophy game earlier this year, right? Blake and
the Battle of the Bell.
Apparently there's a bell on a train.
Yeah, well, it was, and now it's on trophy. And Powell has nowhere to go as they try to run the option out of the power I, and he's going to lose about 4 more.
Yeah, we actually have a new quarterback in.
Oh, who was that?
That was 24.
So Van Sant on the punt.
Yeah, 24, Aiden McCauley, he's a freshman. He ran the last 2 plays.
High snap, he's able to get it down. Kick is off end over end. And that's going to take a Delmar bounce. Down to the Laurel 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dogs.
Yeah, really the roughing the kickers kept them in this half.
It has, you're right.
See if they start to make some substitutions here.
Right.
With 10:24 left in the 4th.
Well, yeah, when I got the starting lineup from Dave Hearn, I noticed some new people in there. They're missing their center. They're missing a defensive tackle. And then at game time, I got another report of another substitution at tackle. So they're a little banged up on the line, and that's not where you want to be banged up against this Laurel team.
Now, in the Laurel offensive and defensive line has played a very stout game. They're not flashy up front, but they don't make a lot of mistakes. They're sharp on their blocks. They know their assignments, and they get a nice little push.
Shockley goes under center. And here comes a blitz by Delmar. And Shockley may pick up about a yard or 2 on the play.
And that's 78. Armand Thompson on the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. I think Coach Jones will take his time calling these plays and run this clock down and get out of here with a win and go 10-0 on the season.
Really a great season by Laurel. And you said it best. I mean, Laurel does Laurel things. I mean, not a lot of mistakes, not super flashy.
Well, they win this score stands, Scott. They will have beaten 4 AA teams this year. They avenged 2 of their losses from last year. Speed sweep with Wilson, and he's dragging somebody on a jersey tackle. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
Yeah, and that's 66 and 31 in on that tackle. 31 Gavin Lindsay, a senior. 66, Carol Nicholson. You know, guys got power when he's running, dragging on the jersey tackle.
Caraval leads St. Elizabeth 21-0 going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, I was talking to Shockley's dad before the game. He's got a couple visits coming up at some Division III schools, and I looked at that kid, Scott, like a wingback, fullback type runner.
He can play a lot of positions.
May not be as until they get him in their program as a quarterback, because he doesn't throw much this year, and they're going to have that. It's going to be a big carry, a big gain.
Yeah, and that's a gang tackle. 78.
Wilson with a gain of 7.
78 is Armand Thomas again.
So gain of 7, first down.
I could see him playing in the Centennial.
Yeah. Sussex Tech still, now up 27-12. So Odessa has scored. First and 10, ball at the Delmar 45.
It's so hard to find a college that's a good fit, you know what I mean? Academically, athletically.
Wilson again, dragging tacklers. He's going to pick up about 6.
And that's 76 on the tackle. 31, Gavin Lindsay, a senior on the tackle. 7:40 left. Just another solid drive.
Second and 4 for the Bulldogs.
Very few throws tonight for Laurel. Didn't need them.
I think they threw 2 times. 1 for a touchdown. And that's Wilson again, steps out of a tackle and takes it down to about the 30-yard line.
I'm going to say
gain of about 14.
I'm going to say he broke 3 tackles.
Gain of about 8, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's 72 Rivas on the tackle. I think he ran.
Stepped out of one and
ran over 2.
Right.
Yeah. He's starting to look a little Earl Campbell-like here towards the end of the game. He looked Barry Sanders early.
Right.
I'm looking Earl Campbell at the end. I might be dating myself by those references.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs. Yeah, going to be Wilson again. He's got some running room, Scott. He's going to cut it out to the outside. Tylese Wilson with a 30-yard touchdown run for the Bulldogs.
He was in a 4-point stance as a single back. I mean, what do you do with that? That's a problem.
30-yard touchdown run for Wilson. And
how many is that for him?
That's his second.
He's taken over this second.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
And he's kind of running the ball to run clock.
Yeah, it worked. And it's gotten away from Delmar here,
And Gonzalez gets the kick.
Laurel's a good team.
It's 35-7. We'll be back after this commercial timeout. And welcome back to Schallenberger Field here in Laurel at Laurel High School. Tylese Wilson with a 30-yard touchdown run, his second of the game, and the Bulldogs go up 35-7.
And we were talking about he just took over this game. I mean, he's closing out this game. I mean, you got Scott and Shockley and Limehouse on defense closing it out, and you got Wilson on offense closing it out. I mean, his last 3 runs probably should have been 4 or 5 yard runs.
Right.
And they weren't.
Right. He just finds another gear.
Yeah. He turned it up. He put it in 5th gear. I'd like to see a nice long kick here.
Gonzalez to kick it off. I think they're going to stick with the pooch. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? A little further. Takes it at about the 30.
Good tackle.
Oh, who's that? Is that Collins?
Yeah.
How important are special teams to Laurel, Scott? Your leading linebackers on the kickoff team.
Yep, and then 44 was in on that too. Laughlin. Yeah, I mean, their players make plays in many different facets.
So Delmar, 1st and 10, 6:41 to play here.
I mean, your quarterback's your strong safety.
Right.
You know,
and he's a running quarterback.
And he's a running quarterback. And he's still in the game. You know, Limehouse is probably your second best running back. And he didn't have any carries.
He didn't play offense tonight.
He didn't play offense today.
So I formation under center is Aiden McCauley, the freshman. Drops back, looks to the left, under some pressure, and he's sacked. Couple people on that.
Yeah,
Smith again.
3 and 72 Hearn. That's Hearn's second sack. They're bringing him out.
That's 72. That's an Owen Chaffinch.
Yeah, Owen Chaffinch.
He's a big boy.
He could be a heavyweight. I said he looks more in the 215.
Yeah.
Hearn's the 215, right? 52.
Yep, clock running to just about to go under 6 minutes. 2nd and 12 for Delmar.
I gotta say, this is the best booth we've done in so far this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to call a game. I'm gonna say.
Oh, got a pass to Hugie. He's gonna run away with it. It's gonna be a 72-yard touchdown pass from the freshman.
And that's what we said Hugie could do when he gets the ball in space. They really haven't been able to get it to him. That was really the first time they've gotten the ball in space. And Taiki Hugie breaks off a long one.
72 yards.
Yeah, 72 yards. That'll help your average.
Right. That's with 5:43 to go.
That's when you pad your stats late in the game.
Nice little, just a look-in pass.
Yeah. And besides taking Pal out, they're both teams are pretty much playing their starters still.
Mm-hmm. I'd say Delmar's going to take a timeout. We'll stay right here. But that might be something that, St. Elizabeth is watching on film. Now, granted, it's a 35-7 when it happens, but you think in a rivalry game you're going to play this thing out on defense.
I mean, they're playing it out. I mean, they got Shockley still back there, Limehouse.
I guess I probably should say full focus.
Yeah.
That was just a nice little look in, right down the seam, and.
I mean, Taiki's got breakaway speed.
Yeah, he can run.
I mean, he's got game-changing speed. I'd say him and Parker Adover are the two of the most electric guys we've seen.
You haven't had a chance to see Josante Levon yet from Seaford. He's got track speed.
I know. We were supposed to do that game, weren't we? Seaford and Laurel?
Yeah.
No. I was supposed to go watch it.
Yeah,
and,
I had a wedding that weekend.
That's it. I was on my way to watch and they canceled. They canceled.
No
the
fans.
Yeah.
Going for 2. McCauley rolls out to his right under some pressure. Incomplete. So we'll stay right here. 35-13 is your score.
And Laurel handled Seaford pretty handily.
It did. But I tell you what, Laurel scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. Something a lot of teams haven't done.
Yeah, it's just a shame on that one because Seaford's done a lot of things right, and then not be able to play that game in front of fans is a tough pill to swallow.
35-13, 5:41 to play here in the game. Coming up at the end of the game, we'll have the Active Pest Solution Pest of the Game and the Louis Pizza Player of the Game. I'll take a quick commercial timeout and come back to that. Although 35-13. We might just roll right into it, Scott.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll go one more series in case somebody breaks something big.
It'd have to be really big.
Yeah, because I'm kind of.
Are you decided yet? Who's the
Yeah,
best?
I
And
pretty
who's the player
much.
of the game?
Yeah.
Who you liking?
I like Scotton as the best of the game so far, Royce Scotton. And, I mean, who can argue with Kylese Wilson right now?
Tough to argue with him, man. Tough to argue. Shockley's had a good game, though.
Yeah, Shockley's had a good game. But Wilson has just taken over here in the second half. When onside kick.
Limehouse has played well, too, on defense.
Right.
With that fumble return.
So it's going to be Laurel's ball at midfield. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Man, looks like some of the substitutions might be coming in.
Yeah, you're starting to see some right now.
Shockley's still going to be under center.
So Laurel, after that failed onside kick, will take over at the 50-yard line. First down.
I don't know. Are they subbing? I don't think they are.
A couple guys here and there.
Yeah.
Not many.
Not wholesale changes.
Neither side is. Both sides keeping their starters on the field. For the most part.
Walls is coming out. I think Wilson. No, Wilson's in there.
Number 1 check. Scotton's not playing offense.
Yeah, Scott. He's been in the backfield in the 4-point stance a little bit, blocking for Wilson. Not a ton.
And that's going to be a toss to number 7, Tyron Kane.
Wow.
Man, he's going to pick up a chunk, about 15.
Wilson was out here on the edge, and he put a block. He put a great block to spring number 7. That's Tyron Kane, a senior.
1st and 10. They call him, I think they're calling him Booty.
Booty?
I think that's what he said. Yeah, that's what we're hearing down here.
Wasn't that your nickname?
No, I was never a Booty. 1st and 10 at the 35 for Laurel.
I remember a Booter Ellis from Delmar. She was a field hockey player.
Yeah, it's going to be a handoff to Wilson.
Man.
And Wilson runs over another one. He's going to be close to a 1st down.
Uh-oh. That's 64 on the tackle.
10-yard carry for Wilson.
Dane Carney.
Another Bulldog first down.
I mean, they're playing. No one's pulling people.
It's a rivalry game, and
yeah.
I'm sure there's probably been chirping on during the week.
All over Twitter, talking about the cup.
That's right.
I see it's still there.
Don't tweet on Twitter, kids.
Yep.
1st down for the Dogs. And that's going to be a handoff to Scotton. He hits and spins and breaks the tackle, takes it down to the inside the 10.
Yeah, and that's number 30, Darius Hunt.
Pick of 16.
Hunt's had quite a few tackles. They're looking to run it up in the 40s.
Get that guy the ball.
Yeah. He's trying to solidify his pest status.
Yes, he is. So 17-yard carry for Scotton.
That's the active pest to the game in a positive manner.
You're right. He's doing it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's pesting. He's being a pest to the other team.
1st and goal from the 8 for the Bulldogs.
I think they're going to give it to him again.
Oh, they're going to toss to Scotton. He's got the edge. He takes it in the end zone. Touchdown.
That's number 7, Tyron Kane. Booty.
Kane with the touchdown.
That's Booty. We think that's his nickname.
Yes, I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, we think that's. I'll tell you what, is he their 5th option?
My goodness.
Goodness gracious. An abundance of spoils for Coach.
This is statewide the most prolific offense in the state scoring-wise. I mean, there are 400 and some points coming into this game.
And tack another 40 some odd to that. And there's still 3 or 4 minutes left.
So add another one, folks. We're going to take a commercial timeout. Your score, Laurel 42, Delmar 13. We'll be right back.
Pest solutions come from a can. At Active Pest Solutions, we don't spray and pray. Professionalism and continuing education sets us apart.
We are Quality Pro certified, the mark of excellence in pest management.
And we have an associate certified entomologist on staff,
providing environmentally sound solutions to our customers.
Our proactive pest plan offers the best pledge guarantee in the industry. We do what others don't.
Active Pest Solutions. Call or visit us online today. It's active without the E. You've probably seen this.
And welcome back to Laurel Schallenberger Field. Scott, I think maybe a statement game to the state here by Laurel. A lot of people knocking them for being a single-A team. They've taken it to everybody this year. Delmar, who had a tight game with Caravel.
I don't know if I'd want to play Laurel right now. And I'm 50. I mean, they were running on all cylinders right now, and they got to be feeling good about themselves and feeling good about, a complete game that they put together here. Not a lot of mistakes for a high school team, especially a small school like this. Not a lot of mistakes at all.
Now to go out of bounds and bring the ball back to the 35. Folks, we're going to go ahead with the post-game awards. And I think our active pest solution pest of the game has to be Roy Scott.
Yeah, he had a great game. I think he had 2 carries, played a lot on offense, a lot of good blocks, and he had 8 tackles. Pretty much everywhere he played, he made a difference in the game, and that's really what the pest is all about. He really was a difference maker. He might not have scored all the touchdowns, but he made the difference. And I think that after him, it would have been Limehouse.
Right.
They both have really good games, but Roy Scott is your pest of the game.
And after this play, we'll come with the Louis Pizza Player of the Game. As it's number 28 on the carry, Aiden Torney. Picks up about 5. Our Louis Pizza Player of the Game. Scott, you could go Shockley. You could go Walls. You could go Wilson. And I think that's where we're going to go. Kylie's Wilson is your Louis Pizza Player of the Game. He's got 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. But, Scott, he took this game over in the second half.
Yeah, it's really hard to make an argument there. He's still out there playing on defense, too.
Right.
So, I mean, he took over the game on offense at a time when they really needed him to. And to me, he put the nail in the coffin for Laurel. And for that, he's the Louis Pizza Player of the Game.
So ball crossed into to the 49 of Laurel. Delmar 3:03 driving here. That was Johnson on the carry for 5. I mean, every time we call a Laurel game, it's always 2 or 3, 4 guys up for player of the game, 2 or 3 guys up for pest of the game. They bring so much.
And they're deep, and they have a lot of guys with heart, and they have a lot of really tough guys. I mean, I said it before. You'd be happy to have one of those guys.
Right.
And they got 6 or 7 of them.
1st and 10 for Delmar. And that's going to be incomplete. Intended for 48, Telvin Nichols.
Yeah, and that's 24, Brady Lee on the coverage. And Wilson was putting pressure on the freshman quarterback. He actually had a nice little stutter step, and then he ripped it to the inside and almost got to the quarterback. Tell him he's already player of the game.
Yes.
Take it down a notch.
Tone it down.
Tone it down.
Dial down.
Yep.
2nd and 10. I don't know that dial down's in their DNA. I mean, especially on defense, man, they love to bring it.
Yeah, and Demontre Smith had a really good game too. Number 3.
Yes, he did.
He's had a good game.
Go back under center. Going to roll out to the left and trying to square his shoulders, throws downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's Wilson again on the pressure.
His freshman quarterback, not bad, Scott. I mean, he had Wilson in his hip pocket and Bell as he's trying to square his shoulders.
Yeah, Scott just patted him on the helmet and said, keep playing, young man.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 10, ball at the Laurel 49, 2:18 to play here.
3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 49-yard line.
Laurel 2 minutes and 18 seconds from a perfect season. Only Well, with St. Elizabeth's going down to Caraval, it leaves 2. And Friends plays tomorrow or Saturday. There was 4 coming into this weekend. Inside hand up. He's going to keep a little fake handoff. And the ball's on the ground. And there's going to be a loss of about 6.
Yeah, that was Smith and Wilson in on that. And 23 Limehouse. So it was big group in the backfield there.
4th down and call it 15.
4th down, 15.
So I think if you're Dave Hearn here, Scott, you kick it away, run the clock down, and let Laurel run 1 or 2 plays and go to victory formation.
Yeah, you're seeing that right now. I think that's exactly, Benny, what they're going to do. Kick it away. Victory formation with 1:23 left. Really impressive game by Laurel. I mean, Delmar had their opportunities.
Early on, yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But that third quarter belonged to Laurel.
Yeah.
You know, I think the biggest takeaways from this game, 3 big plays in this game. The 4th and 11 TD run by Shockley.
Yeah.
The 2 goal line or red zone stops by Laurel. And then the touchdown before the half, Shockley to Wilson. I think that just changed that changed the dynamic of the game. And then Laurel comes out and puts the pedal to the metal in the third quarter.
Yeah, and then Wilson takes over.
In the second half, yeah.
Second half, and there's really not much you could do.
Minute 14 to play here. Laurel's going to Van Zandt's going to punt it away for Delmar. Low bouncing snap, and it's blocked.
Yeah, so Laurel just kind of putting together a complete package, and really the whole town and the whole program from the Pee-wees, and we've been talking about this for years, and they run a good Pee-wee program all the way up. 36 seniors here between the football, between the players, the cheerleaders, and the band. So just great.
So I think Joey Jones has called his last play as he throws the headset over to somebody to put away.
Yeah, he's put together a really great season. This is first time beating Coach Hearn.
First time. And there's the victory formation. Best formation in football, Scott.
Yeah, well, no, unless you're on defense.
Yeah.
Well, looks like they're getting the trophy. The Lions Club trophy.
So with this win, the Lions Club trophy will be coming back to Laurel.
Very exciting.
And the crowd loves to hear that.
Very exciting. Is there a cash prize involved with this? Or is that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think they'll take a knee one more time. Okay, Scott, we'll stay right here with a quick wrap-up.
So we're on to the playoffs after this.
Next week, I'm not sure where we're going to be. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, let's go down through the scoring, Scott. I'm not going to tell up the stats. I'll do that for the newspaper article. It started off with 6:20 left in the first quarter. Caden Shockley on a 24-yard run on a 4th and 11. And then Tate Walls, a 6-yard run early in the second quarter. The Dogs go up 14-0. And then Takai Hugi, a 6-yard run, makes it 14-7. And then with 5 seconds left, and I think this was the dagger of the game, Shockley throws to Wilson a 10-yard pass play, 21-7. In the third quarter, Limehouse with the strip and returns it for the touchdown, 53 yards. And with 32 seconds to play in the third quarter, and Laurel went up 28-7. And then Wilson with a 30-yard run of his own at 6:47 to play in the fourth quarter gave Laurel a 35-7 lead. Then Delmar strikes back. McCauley with the slant pass to Hugi, a 72-yard pass play, 35-13. And then Kane puts the icing on the cake, the 8-yard run. 42-13 is your final score here in Laurel. Scott, our player of the game. Kylie Wilson, our pest of the game. Roy Scott, anything from you before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I just really want to say great job that the Laurel Bulldogs put together really a masterful season, one for the ages. And good luck to them going into the playoffs. Hopefully we'll do one of their games in the playoffs. Delmar going into the playoffs, they got nothing to be ashamed of. They ran into a buzzsaw, and, they need to get ready for next week because they're going to be in the playoffs too.
Folks, next week we begin state tournament action. We will have to wait till Sunday to see the official brackets, but I believe at this point we could possibly be at either Sussex Central or Lake Forest. Central will be opening up their Class 3A opening round game. All games will now move to the NFHS Network. You can sign up and subscribe by going to www.nfhnetwork.com. Saturday college football. I'm going to be in Newark Saturday, Scott, as the 7-2 Delaware Blue Hens host Richmond 4-5. Kickoff at 1. And then Del State 5-4 at Morgan State 3-6 with a 2 o'clock kickoff. Scott, last week we had Nolan Henderson on as our guest picker. He goes out and throws 5 touchdowns on Saturday. Maybe get him on as guest pick every week for a Hens game.
That kid can play ball.
Yes, he can. Former Smyrna quarterback, and that's where Cape will be tomorrow up at Smyrna. And they could possibly, imagine that you go up to Smyrna tomorrow, and then you could possibly have to turn around for another bus ride back next week for the playoffs. Not much to look forward to. Folks, that's a wrap for tonight's Downstate Game of the Week. For Ethan Mitchell, Christian Mitchell back in Lewis, and Scott Kammerer, I'm Benny Mitchell. Thank you for watching. Again, your final score tonight, the Laurel Bulldogs 42, the Delmar Wildcats 13. Have a safe, sports-filled weekend from all of us here at Delaware Live. Powered by 302 Sports. Good night, Delaware sports fans.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.